All right, we're into October 2024 F1 season. We are getting really stir crazy not having an F1 race, so we decided to fire up the board. Got Sam to my right. Sam.
I'm Sam.
Jackson.
I'm not Sam.
And we're going to talk a little preview of COTA. We're going to talk a little betting action, of course, Sam's favorite part. And then we're going to get into some tweets from our favorite driver on the F1 grid. I just got to ask you guys before we get into a little preview of COTA. Are we still feeling like Lando has a chance? That just feels like the overarching question in my mind every week.
Lando has a chance, meaning?
To win the drivers.
No.
We got, what, 6 races left, I believe?
5 or 6, yeah.
I don't think it's possible.
I think there's a chance it's going to take a DNF from Max Verstappen in one of these last 5 or 6 races.
Yeah, I think.
At a minimum.
Statistically speaking, if we fake look at the numbers, that's probably what it's literally going to take.
Yeah. I just don't think it's possible from the standpoint of like, I mean, it also comes down to like, is Red Bull really not going to get another race win the rest of the year? I don't
think they will.
You don't think they'll win one more race?
Nope. I did read, though, that the FIA did ask McLaren to fix that rear wing that they were using that had a little flex.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what
they
come out rocking like when COTA comes around.
Red Bull
could gain a little bit of time on them.
It could fuck with them a little bit and cause some problems.
Yep.
I'm going to run through a quick little fast facts. Super fast, just like the corners at COTA.
Just like me.
That was so cheesy. Just get into them. Let's go.
So COTA opened in 2012, took 2 years to build, has 20 corners on the F1 circuit. The circuit designer, his name's Hermann Thielke. Maybe I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't care. The lad is from Germany. He also designed Abu Dhabi and the Bahrain circuit, among others.
Like he designed the countries?
The circuit.
The circuits.
Did I say?
Oh, no, you said. I think you did say circuits.
Okay,
whatever.
Yeah, he designed. He's a very famous circuit designer across the world. Mario Andretti, who I think deserves nothing in F1, specifically the racing team.
Jeez.
For everyone who was shitting on me last one. Mario Andretti ran the first lap in his 1978 championship Lotus. The fastest time in an F1 car. Do you guys remember this? We were talking about this maybe a week ago.
Fast time around COTA?
Yeah.
125.
I think it was 123.
Higher. 132.
Oh, was that in the race, you mean?
That was actually a qualifying lap.
That was a qualifying lap.
The one in the race was 136, I believe, by our boy Charles. 132.029 by Valtteri in 2019. It is one of the few counterclockwise circuits on the F1 calendar. Do you guys remember the one recently that was counterclockwise? Meaning left turns. Sam's in the weeds.
That's a clock, Sam. We're going backwards on a clock.
Anyone who's listening, I urge you to watch this podcast because
he's drawing. He's drawing here. What is it? What are we missing?
Let me guess. Was it very recent?
Yeah, within the last 3 races.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah,
absolute genius.
I should sound off the
He
alarm.
is Rain Man. If you remember the last episode, he is Rain Man.
And the last one is the observation tower. Any guesses on how tall?
144 feet.
Higher.
185 feet.
212 feet.
Higher.
280 feet.
Yep.
Not that high. 251 feet tall with 419 stairs. I'm feeling like they left out one stair.
491?
No, 419.
Oh,
dude, they couldn't do 420 stairs. It would be a shit show, man.
People would be tripping.
Yeah, that last step would just put him over.
I did hear Snoop's going to be at this race.
Is he?
Dude,
I did.
He is an honorary member. He's getting a star on the 420th stair.
Of course he is. Dude, Snoop he might be the new thirst trap. That brother's been on the Olympics. They had him at one of the NFL games the other night. Was it the Cowboys game?
Bro, he goes to everything. Yeah, and then he's on The Voice. He's just all over the place.
Oh, dude.
He's crazy. Like the Boom family.
Boom family.
Don't get me started, man.
Yeah,
they stink.
Yeah, hate the Boom. Boom! Hate
Don't come
idiots.
after us, all your fans.
Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, and the Boom family, all in the same category.
3 hit lists.
Bring the boom.
Y'all stink.
The Boom family's fine. They do well. But
about to get sued.
So, past the fast facts, Coda, I would put it in my top 10 easily. I just don't know if it cracks my top 5 list. What about y'all?
I love it. This is going to sound so bad, but I love it because it's the race for the average person. F1's known to be a super uber wealthy kind of like Vegas, for example. You can't get to get even good seats. You're talking about anywhere from $8 to $10,000.
Yeah,
not a lot of people have that. To go to Coda for 4 days, 3-4 days, you're looking at like $400.
I was going to say for a sec, I was going to be like, well, Vegas is really expensive. I mean, Austin now has become expensive, but I get what your point is.
It's the one for the average fan in America.
Yeah.
More so than the wood and water.
Fucking Miami, man. Makes me so angry. Can we just, I don't understand why we can't come to a consensus as the F1 community that essentially we should just get rid of the Miami Grand Prix.
When is the Tucson Grand Prix going to make an appearance?
No, the Phoenix one. We need the Phoenix one back.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great. So they all die on track because it's 190 degrees in the car.
It'd have to be in like January.
Yeah, and it would still be too hot.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Then
Look
again,
at Singapore, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They race in fucking Singapore. They race in like half the Middle Eastern countries. Like, brother, bring on the desert.
Yeah.
Fun
It
fact
could be
here,
badass.
Sahara Desert. Or no, not Sahara. What are we in? Sonoran? What are we?
Sonoran Desert.
Saguaro?
If we're in the Sahara Desert,
we're dead.
That would be dead.
No. What was it? Sonoran? The Sonoran Desert is actually one of the greenest deserts in the entire world. Fun fact for you right there.
And that concludes another segment of Learning with Sam.
Shout out to all the botanists.
Yep. Shout out to the botanists.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Jackson,
Boom that subscribe button.
top 5 circuit for you?
I would say yes, probably. I think it's just entertaining from the standpoint of it brings a lot of fans that aren't necessarily F1 fans of the circuit. I think it's like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite race by far, but I like the track. I think it's cool. Obviously, we probably enjoy it more than all the European listeners in there just because we're Americans. But maybe not. It's something different. It's not like we go to Singapore or Azerbaijan and we're like, we don't like it because it's not in the U.S. So,
but we live rent free in their heads all the time.
We do live rent
That
free.
13 colony lead, man. Just
back to back World War champions.
Yeah, God.
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's a great track. I think that, like Sam said, it's more affordable, so that makes things a little better for people.
A lot of celebrities.
That's true, but a lot of them are walking around on the track.
Yeah, kind of.
They're not with the people in the grandstands.
Yeah.
We're not good enough for them, apparently.
Well, also is not the first, but in the modern era of F1 is how I'll call this. It's the first track, right? Before Miami, then before Vegas, now before Chicago, stuff like that.
I read it's the most visited track.
Yeah.
During the weekend. I think last year it had, 400,000. It's by far the most visited. It has the most fans attend. Because you have to keep in mind, you probably do have quite a few people coming from Mexico.
Yeah, Central America.
Yeah, maybe even some from Brazil right before the South
People
Paulo
from the
race.
Midwest, I'm sure, too.
Yeah,
pop
so
down.
you have a lot of, because there's not a lot of races on this side of the world.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Location-wise, it's good, not just for the U.S.
Yeah.
But
I almost wish we had a second race in, like, Canada.
Yeah.
I think that would be super cool.
do we, though?
Yeah, dude, it'd be cool if they did one in, like...
Dude, they should do one, like, over Niagara. Like,
you could imagine a street race in, like, Toronto.
For
Dude,
sure.
they should build a dam up Niagara Falls and have F1 race over it.
That would be sick.
Just ruin the whole thing. Just pull an American style kind of thing.
Yeah, who cares? It's for money. It'd be badass.
This does actually bring me to one question. Why is it that so many F1 fans that say they've been fans for 15 or 20 years hate the way the sport's going? It really makes me wonder.
I think a lot of it has to do with Drive to Survive.
But
Does it, though?
People like got in. So Drive to Survive, and I'll be forthcoming. Drive to Survive season 1 got me into Formula 1, but ever since then I haven't watched it because it creates unnecessary drama. Shit's not true. It's just throwing the drivers at each other, and half of them are best friends, and it's like pitting them against each other. It's a bullshit TV show. It brought new fans into the sport. It brought me in. Now you have fans like Matthew that's watched since he was a kid. I think it brought in fans that don't
care about the racing.
Don't care about the racing. They care about the drama off track, and it's just I just don't think it's It's not the same as it used to be. I think the driving's not as intense either. I think there's more softness. And that's where we talk about, like, has F1 gone soft?
Yeah, I think it has. It's not where it used to be. You have the FIA giving, what did they give Max? Like community service?
Yeah.
You don't, dude, when was the last time you've seen a driver have a really passionate celebration besides Lando's win in Miami because it was his first win? When was the last time you've seen like a dude like Lewis? I know Lewis cried at his Great Britain one.
Yeah.
But if you look back like 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, dude was taking off his shirt, having champagne sprayed on his back when he'd win a race. Like, I feel like the passion has kind of disappeared a little bit.
I'm going to call it out, but I think it has a lot to do with a certain country getting involved heavily into the sport.
Don't hate America.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I thought we were going to say America.
Why do you think that?
Because think about the cussing thing. That's whole true. Reason the FIA is on Max's cheeks about cussing. And I'm proud of Max for saying, dude, fuck you guys. Like, literally, like, fuck you guys. I should be allowed to say what I want. And if you guys have a problem with that, then, like, fucking fix it. Or, I don't know. But I just think that is something that isn't being talked about. It's being talked about in other sports. But that money's been in F1 for so long now that we tend to forget, okay, who's behind closed doors working with the Formula One and the FIA? Like, who's high up in these boardrooms? That is a factor. You think that it's a factor.
You think that's the reason behind the language restrictions?
99% of it. I'd be willing
and they
to
spin
bet.
it. So you think there's them spinning it as we have young fans watching the sport. We don't need the language as bullshit.
We have had young fans in F1, any auto racing, any fucking sport in the world has young fans. Fucking Luge and Skeleton has young fans who want to be Olympians. Dude, Skeleton's badass. What do you
never watched those sports in the Olympics?
That's like one of the few sports I'll watch in the Winter Olympics.
Bro, it's kind of
Skeleton's badass. That's where you lay on your stomach on a fucking sled and go like 90 miles an hour down the hill.
Like bobsledding?
No.
No, this one's you go face first, I believe. Dude, and it's just you and the sled.
Way more dangerous than bobsledding.
We're getting way off track here, though.
Got to dodge like fucking cinder blocks and shit.
Yeah, they throw a little
Mario Kart.
Yeah, fucking grenades
Throw
out there.
at you.
Yeah, it depends what the Olympics is. You may get some grenades thrown at you when you're doing the skeleton.
But that makes you wonder. So I get the whole cussing thing, and a lot of that's changed. The attitude's changed. Where did the passion go? Every time I open Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, it's old F1 fans and new F1 fans arguing about the stupidest stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just social media, unfortunately. But like,
unfortunately, I think it's great. I think that makes for great conversation.
Well, for sure.
Between a bunch of morons online.
But where did the passion go for the drivers?
Do we think the season's too long?
Well, that is a huge factor. Yeah.
So you think if they shorten the season, do you think it goes back to that same thing like the NFL struggles with? Do we really need to add an 18th game like Roger Goodell wants to do? Yes. Do we really need to add the extra 3 races a year?
It's a money grab.
It's a money grab from the standpoint of, hey, let's bring it to new. It's a money grab from the standpoint of, let's bring it to new fans. Let's bring it to new cities. But it's money at the end of the day. Is it what the drivers would want? Probably not. I doubt they want a 25 season or 25 race season.
Yeah.
It's
no
hard on
freaking
those guys.
way.
They're traveling all the time. It's hard on the teams.
Yes.
It's extreme.
Think of how big it is for them to move everything each week.
Oh, it's brutal.
It's impossible.
I think a somewhat valid point by people that I normally wouldn't agree with is that also they're kind of caught in between release patterns, as I like to say, of they're all about, we're going to be, net zero by 2030, but we're also going to have 45 fucking races.
Yeah, see, hard
to
be net zero when you're adding the amount of travel
Just them flying everybody over, getting all the cargo over. I mean, you're talking about like Taylor Swift out here just polluting the world.
Yeah. Dude, she goes to breakfast in the morning, takes her jet. It's crazy.
I mean,
it's 3 blocks away from you, Taylor. You got to breathe.
She her and Travis.
Jet.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
She goes Spirit Airlines style. Jake her parachute. No, I just don't.
Dude, we're
what?
Nothing.
You don't like parachutes?
No, I'm flying Spirit.
You're flying Spirit tomorrow? Yeah. Good luck.
Oh,
this will be Sam's last podcast.
Godspeed.
Oh, speaking of which, we do have to alert the audience. In anticipation of the second year of the Vegas Grand Prix, we've sent Sam and Isaac. Isaac's already on his way. Sam's flying in tomorrow. We've sent the boys.
Brother's
to
$6,000
Vegas.
down in Vegas right now.
The roulette table. Black 12. Black 12. Black 12.
It'll hit
eventually.
But we've sent the boys. They're going to go to Vegas over the weekend. Boots on the ground reporting. We're going to see what's going on with this new permanent paddock building. We're going to see, have they fixed the fucking manhole covers? And we're going to see what the fuck happened to the Tropicana.
We're going to try to pull...
Rest in peace.
All right.
Now we got just fucking orange juice.
They're going to build a freaking stadium for the A's, man.
Oh, dude.
Nah.
We'll come back. We'll steal some stuff. We'll maybe steal a couple of the barricades, something like that.
I'd love a Formula One barricade.
We'll do a giveaway.
If Isaac is not currently out there with his saw cutter going to town on some of the asphalt on Las Vegas Boulevard, I don't want him to come back, all right?
No, stay where you are, Isaac. Stay where you are.
You stay until you bring us back asphalt. Man.
Yeah, or a manhole cover.
We're also going to do a giveaway once we hit 1,000 subs. We've gotten 4 catalytic converters. They're currently in the garage right now. We're going to be giving those away.
Yeah. I think I can hear people sawing them out. Good work. Our garage
Paid a homeless
team.
guy $20 to get them.
Our garage team's going hard. All right, back to Coda. We've gone way off the wheels here.
Well, it was important that we let everyone know that
It was.
You know, we're trying to do a little reporting here. This isn't just pure entertainment. We take this halfway seriously.
It's true.
So.
Yeah, halfway.
Speaking of serious, I'm smiling. Okay.
Brother just had an aneurysm.
Okay. Let's jump into the D-Rick news. I know D-Rick's a little old news, but the key to the city of Austin. One of the highest honors you can give in the state of Texas.
Oh.
Somebody fact check me. I have no idea that's true.
It probably is.
I think it's that, and if you're a Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I thought you were talking about the baseball team.
Salute.
No, like literally the Texas
my
Rangers.
bad.
Yeah.
I like you guys. Sorry. Anyway, so news came out. They were going to give Danny Rick the key to the city for Austin at the Austin Grand Prix. That's not happening because some dude named Liam decided that wasn't a good idea and took his seat.
I think it was more some guy named Helmet decided later.
I don't like Australians anymore.
Helmet needs a
Bye, Daniel. Yeah, Helmet needs something.
Helmet needs the
I think
boom.
we can all come to a consensus. yeah. Helmet needs the boom, according to Sam. I think we can come to the consensus, even if you're a Red Bull fan, no way in hell do you like Helmet.
He's a strange man.
He is weird.
He feels a bit like Scrooge. He's like a British Scrooge.
He strikes me as like a Lex Luthor kind of guy.
I don't know, just something about Helmet, man. I don't know.
Helmet's rubbing off on Horner.
Yeah. Helmet and Horner just...
And then Horner's rubbing off on other people.
Yeah, but that's a story for a different time.
That's crazy. Should we do a horse riding video, like one last homage to Danny Rick? I just cannot believe that they got rid of him right before Coda.
I thought they were going to give him Coda, but I understand why.
Because the break.
They're giving Liam 4 weeks, exactly.
Yeah, because that brother was probably shitting bricks if there was a race right after Singapore.
Yeah.
It's got to make you wonder, did F1... I mean, the key to the city thing's not something that you just announce like a day before it happens.
No, F1 knew about it.
I think F1 knew, and I'm surprised F1 didn't step in and go, let's give the dude at least his last hoorah.
That's just such a sympathy thing at that point that even if you're D-Rick and you're like, yeah, I hear I'm getting the boot after this, and you got to roll and get the key to the city and be like, this is the last time I'll be here for a long ass time.
That's the problem is they're still going to give it to him at a later date. And who knows when that'll be, when he comes back next year as a fan. Like
Commentator.
He may not be done in F1, but
I've read that too, but
I don't know where he's going to go.
We might just have to close the book on it.
I think he had a good career.
I think for our sanity, it feels better to because I was sad about it low key for 12 minutes after the race and when we were working on the videos and stuff.
The beauty of America is we have something called the USPS. Just ship him the key.
The USPS royally stinks.
You think the USPS is going all the way to Australia?
Okay, maybe we could run with FedEx. I don't know. UPS. Let's run with UPS.
I would be more for the UPS activation than the FedEx one.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really fuck with FedEx, but
I'm more of like a
DHL.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think.
No, they already have fastest lap though. Well, no, that's good. You can double activate them.
That's fine.
That's true.
That'd be a little weak to get your key to the city mailed to you, but
if the mailing was
they got to show up with the big scissors, cut the little thing for him.
Just ship the ribbon to him, have him strap it up in his house, and have him cut it and hold the key up or something.
What do we think about doing a podcast live from F1 headquarters after they let us come in on the sponsorship meetings? So I feel like we just did more for their sponsorship than they did in the last year.
I agree.
Like, what good sponsors have they activated recently? The last good one...
LVMH is going to be the new sponsor or whatever.
Yeah, that is true. Louis Vuitton. That means we're going to see the end of Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy.
Hennessy.
The cars?
Hennessy.
America.
Like the alcohol?
Yep, like the alcohol.
Okay.
I love me some Hennessy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of big news. I just don't think that Daniel... the whole thing, I think he needed to get cut when he got cut, because if you make him wait 4 weeks, it's just brutal.
Well, that's what I was saying was, like, I was sad about it for a short period of time, but it almost feels better just to, like, close the book on it, be like, you know what? They did him dirty.
Move
the
on.
Career's over. And then if something comes about, you know, it probably will feel a little bit more like a victory lap than, like, serious, but I think we just got to accept. I mean, we have to, obviously.
Yeah. You just move on. It is what it is.
Good career. Can't complain.
Yeah.
No.
We gave him enough props. Frickin' Isaac even wore his cowboy hat for him. I mean, what more can we do, man?
It's true.
What more can we do? Sam, do you want to get into your favorite section?
Betting.
When in doubt, press.
Call me Bucky niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still falling like.
All right, let's jump into it. Austin. Lando Norris is at plus 100. Max plus 470. Oscar plus 500. Leclerc plus 750. And then everyone else after that kind of falls off the face of the earth.
Where's Lewis?
Plus 1900.
I think the plus 470 at Max is a little outrageous. We haven't even had qualifying yet.
That's the thing that's crazy is nobody knows what the cars are going to look like. You're talking about 4 weeks of research and development, upgrades, fixing the car, changing the car because you have to. I mean,
Well, and McLaren just got busted for the back wing.
Yep. It's going to be very interesting.
Well,
Kind of.
They
If
got-
I
Kind of.
asked.
they got a slap on the wrist. Not even that.
Yeah.
They more so got like a kiss on the wrist. They're like,
Yeah.
don't swear and maybe fix it. And then we'll
And then we'll
see
be-
you in Austin.
We'll be nice to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like more like a prostate exam instead of like a.
This goes back to your guys' soft
Yeah.
F1.
Soft F1.
That should be a new hashtag.
F1 is too soft on the British drivers. I'm pulling that card. I've seen it.
It gets soft on everybody.
They're soft on a guy who has 2 wins, 101.
No,
wins.
no. Well,
I mean, he's got 105.
They just don't call those guys for penalties. It's terrible. Anyway,
Unrelated. I would like to see some more penalties. On the flip side, I think for the right things.
Dude,
Can't be penalizing guys for swearing.
I agree.
Can't be penalizing guys for like just stupid stuff.
It's very stingy this year with like track limits and stuff like that. I feel like as well.
Track limits has been bucking its head a little bit.
And I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't know if they just said let's just make racing not fun and let's just be dicks the whole time and make it not enjoyable for the fans. But that's kind of what it seems like at times.
Then you got like the false starts. Like they don't call it on Lando, but they'll call it on Alonso or whoever else it was.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's very confusing. I understand it was different, but very confusing. Just have a rule book and go. If he does it, penalty.
They don't follow the rule book.
No, it's weird. The stewards need to be like one group of rules.
Hashtag lap 58.
We need
58.
You know what we need? We need AI to take over the steward's job. And if they see something, it's just like 10-second penalty to Ocon or something. Every time. Or Magnussen.
Yeah.
Speaking of Austin, that would be an insane like Dell activation because Dell's headquartered in Austin. They'd just be like, "Oh yeah, we're launching our AI models on the F1 rules and regs."
I can't wait till the Grand Prix end up being sponsored, so it'll be like the Dell Grand Prix.
Dude, that's the day for
like they'll just get rid of the names.
Dead.
Like the
Del
Miami,
Taco.
like the Miami Grand Prix will just be like the Hard Rock Grand Prix.
Oh god,
it'd be great. Monaco will just be like Monaco, I guess.
Monaco would be the one that would stay. The other ones would all change.
Yeah. Dude, tennis tournaments do that? I know they're not it's not even like the Cincinnati Open. It's like
they have like the Sony Ericsson Open.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Like the NFL does it like the Taylor Swift Super Bowl.
Sure. Thanks. Go
Fuck
Chiefs.
the Swifties, man.
Go
That's
Chiefs.
Sam.
Go Chiefs.
True.
All right, what do we got for
oh yes, I'm still doing this.
What's the world driver one, even though I think we all called it to over.
Here's what's crazy, right? Max is now at minus 220 and Lando's at plus 155. Those odds have gone more into Max's favor.
For World Driver Championship? Mm-hmm. I think it's just because Max isn't DNFing.
Did you just say he was plus 400?
That was for the Austin Grand Prix.
Oh.
For the drivers, Lando's at plus 155. Max is at minus 220.
My fault.
So they started to go more in favor of Max, which makes sense. Lando had that one race where he kind of underperformed a little bit. Still had a great recovery, but not enough points gained. Do you think there's any chance he makes a comeback if Max doesn't have any DNFs?
No. I think Max wins another race. I think he wins a race this year.
I just don't think he does.
We still have Mexico.
I don't think he does.
You could see someone like you think
give that one to Checo.
You think Checo wins it?
I think best chance for Max will be Vegas.
Vegas or Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, those tracks support the car very well, but
it'll be interesting. I think McLaren wins 3 out of the last 6.
I like that. I don't think it's possible. I don't like the odds. The odds for the Coda this weekend's more interesting for me. If I got to play some bets, that's probably what I'm doing it on.
I think McLaren will perform pretty well if their car didn't change that much because of the elevation changes and Red Bull's balance issues and all that other stuff that I don't know if they've figured it out enough yet. Because part of it, I mean, you're still looking at Checo finishing in that 9-10 spot, and Max is just a different animal.
It's just pathetic, but that's a story for a whole other different time.
We still love you, Checo. Don't.
No, I think everyone loves Checo, but I don't know what
he needs to perform better.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
What's the odds on Yuki getting in the points?
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's my bet for everybody for this week is
Yuki gets in
the points.
Think Danny Rick gets any points this week?
He's got
Is that a low blow?
Yeah, just a key.
Is that a really low blow?
That brother doesn't get any points, doesn't get a key.
I don't think Liam gets in the points, but
okay, so point finishes have not been released on FanDuel, but podium finishes have. You got minus 370 for Lando, minus 200 for Max, and minus 200 for Oscar, minus 130 for Charles, and then plus 270 for Carlos.
I would take the.
What's Lewis sitting at?
That's what I would look at.
Plus 470.
It's not a bad bet.
I would take that bet after maybe the first or second free practice, and if it looks halfway okay, even if it looks not dog shit, but if it looks meh, I would still punch that for a Mercedes, specifically Lewis, historically.
Yeah, he performs well there.
He does.
It helps when you have a really good car for half a decade, full decade. Yeah. But my point being, I like Lewis, podium, and I like Yuki in the points. But for all we know, Yuki might not really be. That might not be a great bet. We'll keep you posted.
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
I think you got a.
Who do you like as a backdoor?
I think Williams, both cars getting the points.
Interesting.
Both.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think you got Albon. I'm going to go Albon 9, Franco 10.
I could see Colapinto in the 10 spot.
Oh, our guy freaking Frank Pinto Bean.
Yeah, Frank
the Pinto Bean. Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank. Beef hot dogs.
Frank Beef
Hot Dogs. Love that guy.
I think Frank Beef hot dogs could finish like 8.
I think they both finish in the
I think he could finish 8th.
We have to see some wreckage, I think.
I don't know.
Dude, we need a safety car.
We do.
It's been
a while without a safety car. We do.
It's a safety car.
I think we are due for one. We need some danger on the F1 circuit. We need some
Stroll. Step up.
Yeah, we need some fire.
Take one for the team. You do it every other week.
Do it now.
Yeah. And on that note, tweets of the week.
Lance Stroll edition.
With our least favorite driver. We were all surprised at the amount of Lance Stroll fan accounts. Like literally in the name, Lance Stroll fan accounts.
It's crazy. His dad's putting in overtime having those people make some accounts.
Oh, guaranteed.
So we think it's like a Kevin Durant type situation where he's got fake burners and he's
like
just
hundreds
got
of them.
His own fan pages.
Oh, you're going to tell me right now that Lance Stroll isn't the kind of guy out there that has the name Lance Stroll Enjoyer and he doesn't tweet sneak stroke with a drooly face? That's Lance Stroll if I ever seen that guy.
Yeah. I would agree.
Absurd.
You ever see that dude walk around with his hands in his pockets? That one hand's just kind of...
That was the
We know he's doing a sneak stroke, man.
Sneak stroke. Second one we got. Hey, guys. So if you're into F1, I want to know about Lance Stroll. Should I stand him pleek all my oomph saying no? What in the fuck does that mean?
What the hell has happened to our generation, man?
The key words there is, should I stan him? No, you should not.
No, don't stan him. Don't do anything by him.
What are you going to stand for with him? Maybe getting a podium, or not a podium. Not even close. Points finish.
I think his dad is giving away Aston Martins if you talk well about him.
Oh, interesting.
I still wouldn't do it.
I still wouldn't do it either.
Do we still think that Lawrence is bringing the babysitter on the family vacations?
Oh yeah.
Even though the kids are fully grown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
The
kids are out of the house, man.
Just a scumbag, man.
I think Lance Stroll is bringing like his tutor. I don't know. He strikes me as a little mafia boss-ish.
You know what?
Adjacent.
We've been talking about the Lance Stroll fan accounts. There are some people in there that may come after us for saying what we're saying right now. And to them, I think we all collectively say, eat a bag of dicks and bring it on. Next tweet. Every tongue that rises against Lance Stroll shall fall, because I will report you for hate speech. Your ableist jokes aren't funny and they never will be.
Ableist. Is that a thing?
Yeah, ableism. It's making fun of handicapped people. I know, but what ableism is.
So, yeah, there was that whole drama where that one girl liked all those tweets or whatever, and she was an academy driver. Y'all see that?
Nah.
She liked a bunch of tweets that was like saying Lance Stroll had autism, which is really messed up in my opinion. And the only reason I'm smiling is because these guys
brutal.
But she liked a bunch of tweets like that, and then to cover her tracks, she tried to use her brother that has autism as an excuse to liking the tweets. She caught a lot of heat.
Yeah, rightfully so. That's fucking
but there's
horrible.
A lot of... She actually was able to keep her seat, and McLaren did some major PR control.
Oh, was this the... what's her name?
I couldn't tell you. She races for McLaren, that's all I know.
Yeah, but I heard that they just brought a new girl on.
Yeah, I think they're letting her go, or her time's up. And I think he only raced there for like a year. Back to those jokes. We don't support any of those jokes.
No.
But reporting them is kind of petty, in my opinion. I say, let the guy get... doxed.
This is coming from someone named Carlota as well. I just like, dude, like...
I think it's fine to make fun of the driver, make fun of some of the stuff he does, like the sneak stroke. Like, that's funny. You're not really making fun of the guy. That wasn't making
fun of it.
No.
That brother was saying that, and he meant it with every fiber in his being.
We support jokes that don't attack groups of people.
Nice disclaimer.
Thank you.
Great job, Sam.
Next one.
Sam's our new HR.
This is coming from someone named Kindle. Before I go to bed, I don't get the hardcore Lance Stroll hate. I get the hate because he won't pay attention and then blames other drivers for crashes. But I see people hating for no reason. Most of the time like that, guys. He's not that bad.
I like how she just explained why everyone hates Lance Stroll in her tweet about why do people hate Lance Stroll.
And then she goes,
what are we doing? Do we not see him getting fucking 20th place? He's getting 19th. He's getting DNFs, and nothing ever fucking changes. It's just it's a money thing.
Yeah.
God.
He is the worst type of driver in Formula One because a lot of people hate the money part. They hate how drivers with money get in. The problem is his dad owns the team. It's just like Red Bull owning Visa, Cash App, RB, shitbox. It's the exact same thing. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. You shouldn't be able... Dude, if Lawrence Stroll woke up one morning and goes, I want to be the guy that drives the Formula One car, screw you, Fernando Alonso, he could fucking hop in the F1 car and drive. You know how fucking stupid that is?
Who do you think would win? Who would win? Who would win?
Lawrence Stroll would probably beat the fuck out of Lance Stroll. But are you fucking kidding me? That is ridiculous.
You would think they make it onto the fucking track? I don't think they leave the pits. Those fuckers would crash right into the back of each other, and that's it. No. That's the end of it. Kaputs. It's blown up.
Fucking bullshit.
That's it. Done.
Stroll would dump it into his dad, guaranteed.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Stroll will do what into his dad?
Dump the car.
I thought we were saying something else. Anyway, Sneak Stroke. Shout out to Sneak Stroke. Fuck that. I'm sorry. He needs to sell the team or do something. Get his kid into endurance driving or maybe... have him get back into karting for a day.
Or fucking karate. Teach him how to do karate.
Now all the endurance people are going to be in our DMs. These fucking morons on the couch. They gave us Lance Stroll. We don't want him.
We don't even have wall artwork. We look like we're in a hostage situation. I don't care.
Okay, I'm just going to say this about endurance driving real quick. I've driven from here to California in 6.5 hours. One go. No piss breaks. No nothing. All right? Endurance driving is not that hard.
Yeah. A can of Mucho Mango, freaking Arizona iced tea, and a thing of Twizzlers.
A 32-ounce QT cup will cover all your needs for pee, drinking, and ice.
And shitting.
Okay, maybe not shitting.
Depends if you're done with your drink.
But you can also just throw in a fucking catheter.
Not on my October bingo card, Sam flexing his bladder strength on the pod.
I'm not a clinch, man.
Brother, anything's possible on this pod. Next one. Perfectly segmented. Thank you to Sulo Report. Again, I hate that Lawrence Stroll is stuck in this pipe dream of making Lance a world champion, but God fucking damn credit where it's due. He's doing everything he can to make it a reality. What is he doing other than financing the fucking team?
Exactly. I like that he supports his kid. I think supporting your kid's a great way to do it. Do it in another sport.
Yeah. Put that brother in YMCA basketball. Let him fucking hoop it up. Run down the court. You guys can play together. You can be the coach. He's going to airball every shot, but don't bring him into my fucking racing.
It's so bad.
I'm done.
It hurts my eyes sometimes to watch Lance Stroll go, what the fuck is this guy doing? As he rear ends Daniel Ricciardo on a turn. It's like, I don't know. I think he's trying to drive.
I don't know. You ready? Cue the clip.
Este es Stroll. Madre mía, Stroll se lo ha llevado.
Boom.
Yep. Boom.
No, the best though is when he doesn't crash into anybody. Just crashes himself. Just into a wall.
Oh, dude. It's so
Cue the
bad.
clip.
Hit the wall.
Okay, can you bring it back, Lance?
No, I'm in the wall.
I copy that.
Fun fact. Lance Stroll was driving the safety car when it crashed right into the wall. That was Lance Stroll. Aston Martin, same thing. Maybe Lawrence Stroll was
we
driving.
said it couldn't be him though because the guy who was actually driving the safety car was smart enough to realize that his brakes went out. And swerve maneuvered to lessen the impact.
Does that say something about the reliability of an Aston Martin? Are we about to get like a cease and desist kind of thing?
Guys,
Bring it.
real fast.
Cease and desist would send us to the moon.
Oh, yeah. I want that. Give it to me, Lance.
That is going to be a sick t-shirt one day.
And a clip. Next one. The way bro chills is by committing war crimes and crashing into kindergarten.
Are they talking about Lance or George Russell?
Lance.
Shout out Rocket Powered Mohawk.
Lance. I'm just,
I think I have
this one doesn't need much there.
I got to preface this, right? Lance Stroll outdrive me any day of the week. I know that for a fact. If I had $1 billion, I'd probably be able to be pretty good at driving because I just pay somebody to make like AI cars for me to drive me around. But here's the problem. You suck.
He just stinks, man.
He's a good driver, but it just can't.
He doesn't belong in F1.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't belong in F1. And we thought the fucking cow and pony show of, hey, let's parade around our son would be over.
It actually got worse.
It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. He's gotten worse.
Be in that car.
Yep. Give Frank Beef Hot. It's not fair to Frank Beef Hot Dogs to even get put in that seat.
He's gonna be a reserve driver for Williams next year, probably. That's ridiculous. That's freaking redonkulous. You know how bullshit that is?
I mean,
Heated.
Fuck.
Give Frank Beef Hot Dogs the fucking seat.
Just give him something.
Last tweet. Formula One drivers as a whole are not the best racing drivers in the world. Couple of them are elite. The rest, not so much. The response to this is what makes it. Fully agree. I have 5 tiers. 1, creme de la creme. 2, potential to be elite. Lacks experience. 3, frighteningly fast, but inconsistent. 4, had potential to be elite, didn't materialize. 5, the Nepo driver. And 6, Nicholas Latifi. That's okay.
Tiffy.
the brother's not even on the grid.
This is going to sound crazy, but the only guys that I would say are below Lance Stroll are Mazepin and Goat Tiffy. In all of F1 history.
Mazepin's pretty wild.
They're the only 2 below, I will say that.
He's in the 9th tier. He's like they built a 9-story building, right? So he's on the 9th tier, but nobody lives on the 8th or the 7th.
He's just
True.
at the bottom.
He's just so far away.
He's a guy that would get 20th in an 18-person race.
Yeah.
He could pull it off.
And again, we're not hating on the guy, but we're hating on the guy.
I really think every year, every season, we should use that grading system for the driver, like our driver preview for 2025.
Let's
We're
see.
gonna grade them based off those
these 5 tiers, that 6 tiers that some random Chad put out on the internet. I love it.
I love
And
it.
I have to bring this out, right? People are going to come at us for hating on Lance Stroll. Here's the problem, right? Nobody hates if you bring a guy in and he's a money driver. Parents got cash, right? And he performs. Lando Norris, Max Verstappen is a really rich history. Charles Leclerc, really rich history with his family in Formula One, right? They perform. Lance Stroll does not. He's getting beat by Fernando Alonso in every race by like a minute.
And Lawrence, if Lawrence hopped into that car.
I don't think so,
It's
bro.
bad.
I think Lawrence beats him.
Really?
I don't think Lawrence beats him, but I think he'd beat him on the track. I don't think he beats him. What the fuck?
Yeah, this isn't a horn or not a hornet. This isn't a Max situation.
This is not Jos Verstappen.
Yeah.
Joss.
Yos?
They go,
Wow.
Joss.
I want to continue with my side of it, of that it doesn't matter to me that he finishes 20th, 19th, 18th. It doesn't matter to me that there's the money attached to it. What matters is that he just is bad at driving.
His attitude in every race is also pretty terrible. If you hear the way he talks to his engineers,
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
because
that's
he has
not okay.
He's
but
not
it's
a nice
because he has
guy.
nothing to lose.
I know, but that's what's such bullshit about the sport of F1. Like, think about it. If you did it in any other sport, let's just say football for the Europeans out there. If you had
Soccer.
if you had a guy get on the phone or walk up to his coach and go, "Fuck you, fuck your face, fuck your ass, fuck you and all," he's gonna get cut. He's gonna get benched. Lance Stroll could tell a guy to like jump off a bridge, and his dad would be like, "My boy."
That's my man.
Like, come on. Like, that's just not okay. If you're going to be bad at your job, you have to do it with respect and gratitude, because then you'll last a couple weeks longer than you should.
I don't understand it from the standpoint of like, you would think Lawrence would want to win. But like we said, it's a money grab. The fact that Fernando still went there is beyond me. The fact that Newey went there is even more absurd to me.
Paycheck.
Paycheck, and
okay.
he gets to design his own car.
Cool. Sell your soul to the devil.
But
Lawrence Stroll.
Yeah.
The mob boss.
But he said, think about it. He said, I either want to work with Lewis or Fernando before I retire
Fernando's respectable. That's fine.
Check.
But why there?
because of the paycheck. You
Doesn't
pick between
matter,
their
man.
Mercedes.
A Ferrari.
Yeah,
Rather
Ferrari.
go
Or my
Ferrari.
bad. Ferrari.
But Ferrari was never going to let Newey design his own street vehicle. Aston Martin goes, free reign. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, have fun.
Which is always one of his dreams, and you got to respect it. I respect Newey for following what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I just wish that you know what's crazy? I would be an Aston Martin fan if they had somebody else in that car. If
I
you
think
threw Franco
everybody
in there
would.
with
The
Alonso,
car color is sick.
oh, I love the team. I love the style. I like their street vehicles.
Yeah, they're
I
awesome.
just can't support somebody that refuses to give somebody else that deserves it a shot.
And even just the respect to Lance Stroll's never competing where he is without those engineers. You hop on that raid and you're going to be a dick. Those guys don't deserve
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
How do you
saying.
think they no shot they like him? No freaking way.
The best part,
But when your dad signs the checks, you can say whatever you want.
yeah. The thing that I think we could all collectively agree that we like about F1 that we may not give ourselves credit for or realize enough is, and other great sports, like international sports, do this really well, like the relegation or turnover of drivers. Soccer does that really good. American football does that relatively good. Basketball does that really good. Like, that's what we like about these sports is, although you have people that are in the sport, the greats are in the sport for decades,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, if
there's,
they
a lot
don't
of, there's a lot of
perform, it's-
turnover.
but it's highly competitive. Like, if you're not racing good, your ass is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even and
That's
as
hard,
much as we
and-
hate it with drivers that we love, but
Yeah.
they're not performing, they're
No,
gone.
It
They're
was
gone.
the right thing to do to the D-Rick to put Liam Lawson in that seat. And it sucks to say, but it's the truth.
And
You
think
have
about
to do
it.
what you
That's
gotta
why
do.
that's why we hate this more than it being about his dad, more than it being about the money. It's just the stance of the brothers had an F1 seat now for what, 8-9 years?
Yeah. And I had no problem with him bringing in his son.
10 years?
Zero issues with Lance coming in at the beginning, giving him 4 or 5 years.
Let
That's
him see
fine.
if he can figure it out.
That's fine.
But
That's
if he
fine.
can't?
And don't get us wrong. We're going to talk shit here all the time. He's a good driver, but
Oh,
he doesn't belong on the grid.
He
Doesn't
is-
belong on the grid.
He's probably like a top 50 driver in the world. The problem is there's only 20 seats. and he doesn't belong in one of those 20. He might be a great reserve driver, honest to God. He might.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. It's the problem for me is that it's the more deserving out there that don't have those resources that don't get the shot. Like Franco is by far the best example. He is performing so well in that Williams. If you threw Stroll in that Williams, he's finishing 17 through 20 every race. And you got Franco finishing 8 through 10.
Yep.
Sorry.
7 years. He's been in F1
years.
7 years.
7 years of pure torture for my eyeballs.
Yeah, basically.
He did have a pole position, but that was because it was like pouring rain.
Yeah.
That's just a fluke, man.
Yeah.
And then he had he had one podium, right?
Yeah.
Lame.
I don't know.
That's the tweets. It's making us sad. Special edition style for our favorite driver, Lance Stroll. Everyone give him a round of applause. No, we're not supposed to give him a round of applause.
Oh, my bad.
Moment of silence.
That was tweets of the week. No moment of silence for Lance Stroll. I'm sorry.
Very excited for Coda.
Looking forward to it.
Hopefully it comes up faster than it currently feels. I just feel like this break has been as long as summer break.
We're just moving slow, man.
Yeah.
It's
Dude.
brutal.
And I don't even know why, because we've already said the season's over for Drivers' Championship and the season's over for Team Championship.
Yeah. We're just yearning to just get disappointed.
I just want that Franco podium.
And Jackson's yearning to see his boy Lewis in all red.
I don't know yet, man.
Trying to get that sneak stroke.
That's another episode.
Guys, we'll see you after Coda.
I'm Sam.
I'm not Sam.
And I'm also not Sam.
See you next week, baby.
Coming from the bottom, now stepping on the neck. I've been working, I've been grinding. I need all of my respect. Get it, dollars, yeah, euros. Now really cashing check. Mezzanine is on the deck. Mezzanine is on the deck.